Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima. I'm Jonas Yandan with evening news. The headlines: WHO warns of tsunami of COVID cases due to simultaneous circulation of Delta and Omicron variants. Centre extends Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Nagaland by another 6 months. NPF says AFSPA extension is manifestation of utter disregard the central government has for the voices of small states. And Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister Button asks youngsters to focus on competitive exams. As India marches towards administering 150 crore vaccine doses against COVID-19, news about a fresh corona variants is also causing concern. In this situation, we appeal to our listeners to get fully vaccinated at the earliest and also help others get vaccinated. Please follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 6 feet for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information or guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075 and state helpline number 1 is 00345-0019. And now the news in detail. World Health Organization WHO has warned that the simultaneous circulation of Delta and Omicron variants is driving a dangerous tsunami of COVID-19 cases. Briefing media yesterday, WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said the twin threats of the 2 variants are now driving up cases to record numbers, leading to spikes in hospitalizations and deaths. Dr. Tedros said this is and will continue to put immense pressure on exhausted health workers and put health systems on the brink of collapse. Tedros reiterated his call for countries to share vaccines more equitably and warned that the emphasis on boosters in richer countries could leave poorer nations short of jabs. He said WHO was campaigning for every country to hit a target of 70% vaccine coverage by the middle of 2022, which would help end the acute phase of the pandemic. He expressed hope that the world would put the worst of the pandemic behind it in 2022. The warning of WHO chief comes in the backdrop of US and countries across Europe reporting record new COVID cases. WHO said new global cases had risen by 11% last week, while the US and France both registered record daily case numbers yesterday. The new variant, first discovered in South Africa, has already become dominant in Europe. In the US, Omicron accounts for nearly 73% of the cases. Armed Forces Special Powers Act AFSPA 1958 has been extended in Nagaland for 6 more months with effect from today. In a notification, Home Affairs Ministry stated that the central government is of the opinion that the state of Nagaland is in a disturbed and dangerous condition and the use of armed forces in aid of the civil power is necessary. The ministry further said the central government declares that the whole state of Nagaland to be disturbed area for a period of 6 months with effect from today. The Naga People's Front NPF has expressed shock and affronted to learn that the Union Home Ministry has extended the Disturbed Area Act DAA in Nagaland state for another 6 months with effect from today in exercise of the powers conferred by Section 3 of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958. In a release, NPF Press Bureau said this extension is an immediate aftermath of the 23rd December meeting convened by Home Minister Amit Shah with Nagaland Chief Minister Niphuriyo and Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma, as well as Deputy Chief Minister Y. Button and the leader of NPF legislature T.R. Zeliang, wherein the centre instituted a committee to examine the withdrawal of AFSPA in Nagaland. It said this extension is a manifestation of the utter disregard the central government has for the voices of small states, particularly in the northeast India, considering that Nagaland Legislative Assembly had convened a special one-day session on 20th of this month to deliberate on AFSPA and unanimously resolved to demand its repeal. Asserting that it is committed to the removal of DAA and AFSPA from all the Naga areas, the NPF asserted that it will not stay idle till the centre reconsiders its decision. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on our YouTube channel, AIR News Kohima. To commemorate the celebration of 75 years of India's independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we present India at 75 quiz with AIR News Kohima, a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history, every Thursday in the evening news bulletin. And here goes our question of the week for English news. Where was Dadabhai Naoroji, the first Indian to be appointed as a professor at Elphinstone College? I repeat, where was Dadabhai Naoroji, the first Indian to be appointed as a professor at Elphinstone College? Listeners can send their responses to the question to our email airnewskohimaindia75@gmail.com or WhatsApp to 9485 239950 along with name and address. The first correct answer received from the participants will be selected as the winner and will be announced in tomorrow morning news at 7:30 a.m. Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister Y. Button today said that the primary focus of the youngsters should not be depending on others but to compete in order to earn through merit. Saying this at the centenary celebration of Nangyang Baptist Church in Wokha district, he assured to sponsor aspiring candidates who wanted to go for UPSC and NPSC for a period of 2 years. While encouraging the youngsters, Button also promised cash awards of 10 lakhs each to 10 candidates whoever gets through UPSC and 5 lakhs to those who clears NPSC exams. He also assured to sponsor 2 theologians from the village. The Deputy Chief Minister also called for unity in order to march for all-round development of the village. Pastor Yukam Baptist Church, Zanben Kitan, lamenting that the church leaders and Christian believers are blinded by a materialistic world, he called upon the congregation to follow the footsteps of the forefathers who were strong in their faith. Union government has said that a total of 961 cases of COVID variant Omicron have been reported so far in the country. Out of these total cases, 320 patients have already recovered and migrated. Omicron cases have been reported in 22 states and union territories. Health and Family Welfare Ministry today said over 143 crore 83 lakh doses of COVID vaccines have been administered in the country under the nationwide vaccination drive. 7,486 COVID patients have recovered during the last 24 hours, and the national recovery rate stands at 98.38%. More than 3 crore 42 lakh 58,000 patients have recovered from COVID-19 in the country so far. The country reported 13,154 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. Currently, India's active caseload is 82,402. Nagaland today reported 3 fresh COVID-19 infections, taking the confirmed cases to 32,191. The number of recovered patients is 30,351 as 4 more persons recovered today. Both fresh cases and recoveries were in Dimapur district. At present, there are 69 active cases in the state. Atal Rankings of Institutions on Innovation Achievements 2021 was virtually announced by Minister of State for Education, Dr. Subhash Sarkar, yesterday. Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, got the first rank under the Central University and Institute of National Importance category. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. Sarkar said the ranking will inspire Indian institutions to reorient their mindset and build ecosystems to encourage high-quality research, innovation, and entrepreneurship in their campuses. Giving emphasis on promoting innovation to achieve a $5 trillion economy by 2025, Dr. Sarkar said, more than quantity, the institute should focus on the quality of innovations and research. He said this will help in achieving the targets set for making the country self-reliant. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. WHO warns of tsunami of COVID cases due to simultaneous circulation of Delta and Omicron variants. Centre extends Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Nagaland by another 6 months. NPF says AFSPA extension is manifestation of the utter disregard the central government has for the voices of small states. And Nagaland Deputy Chief Minister Button asks youngsters to focus on competitive exams. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.